What's up, everybody? This is Bobby Benz, and we are back in the sandwich shop. But guess what? Today, we're not talking about sandwiches. We're talking about something pretty close. Fajitas. Fajitas are a personal favorite of mine. I love to make them all the time. But I especially like to make them on Cinco de Mayo. It's like my go-to Cinco de Mayo food. So I'm going to give y'all a super simple fajita recipe. Step by step, trust me, anybody can make this. It's no muss, no fuss. A small bit of knife work and the right tools makes everything easy. Okay, so your first step is your vegetables. Now the vegetables that I like to use are green bell peppers, white onions, and tomatoes. So just cut your bell peppers into slices, strips if you will, and set them to the side. For your onions, cut them into rings, disc, circles, and then half it. And that'll give you the perfect size onion strip. Set those to the side. I would recommend doing the tomatoes in chunks. So do vertical cuts like you're cutting in slices from the top. Turn it and do vertical cuts the other way, just like you're making a tic-tac-toe board. Then you turn it on the side and cut it into slices, and that should give you a bunch of small cubes of tomato. You set that to the side and come back to it later. Okay, for step 2, you're gonna need a pack of boneless, skinless chicken breast tenderloins. Now you're gonna take those out the pack, simply season them with salt and pepper, and throw them to a hot griddle set between 375 and 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Put a little olive oil on the grill to keep the chicken from sticking. Now while those are on the flat top grill, throw a little olive oil to a large skillet or wok and add in those peppers and onions that we cut earlier. Stir them around, let them sweat. You're gonna wanna brown that chicken on both sides, get it nice and golden brown, then remove it from the heat. Okay, we are rolling right along to step 3, my favorite part of the fajita, the steak. Now these are just simple steak strips that you buy in the pack from every grocery store. Throw those right on that flat top after you cleaned it off with just warm water and a paper towel. Simple salt and pepper, and brown to your liking. Okay, now that you got all your vegetables and your meats cooked, it's time to move on to the marriage that makes this a fajita. Step 4, fajita seasoning pack from your local grocery store. You take all your meats and your vegetables, mix them all together in that wok, add in 1 fajita seasoning packet, fill that empty seasoning packet up 2 to 3 times, depending on how much meat you use, with water. Add that into the wok too, give it all a stir, and let it simmer. And also, some of you might have noticed that pack of shrimp that was in the sink earlier in the video. This is the time to add that because it's already pre-cooked. You don't want to let them cook too long because they will get rubbery. So I like to wait to the end. Alright, after you let that simmer for about 20 minutes, it's on to step 5, everybody's favorite step. Load a fajita, add a little fresh tomato on top, and eat. Enjoy. This has been Bobby Benz and a special edition of the Sandwich Shop featuring fajitas.